Firefighters and the public at risk. The directive by the Department of Environment insists changing the crew number would simply keep Ireland in line with international norms. Michael Spillane is station officer in Edgeworthstown Fire Station in County Longford. He joins us on the line now. Michael, the background to this, how many firefighters currently go out on an emergency situation, and how would these proposals change that?
Well, currently the situation is that a crew is 6 firefighters. That's an officer and 5 firefighters. The proposal now is to have an officer and 4 firefighters on the first attending appliance, and an officer and 3 firefighters on the second appliance. So you could be turning out to a house fire with 4 firefighters, realistically.
Okay, would the absence of one man or one woman make a huge difference to how effective the crew would be at the scene of a fire?
Well, it would. There's a number of issues arising there. The first one is that it would make a huge difference, of course, but we have the health and safety issue. I pose the question, how safe would it be to have 4 people attending a house fire? Realistically and practically, could anybody in Ireland see that being proper turnout to a domestic fire?
Okay, the government are saying, though, that the policy is in line with international trends. What would your response be to that?
Well, I suppose very simply the response to that is that in Ireland, when we turn out, in rural Ireland, when you turn out with a crew, your next backup crew could be up to 45 minutes away. Whereas in other countries, the backup crew might be 4 or 5 minutes away. Or in the cities, the backup crew could come could roll together. So to say that it's in line with international norms, I don't think that's true at all.
Well, how many people, say, in European countries or in Britain would be on a team of firefighters?
Well, across Europe, the norm is 6, and right from a recruit stage, when a firefighter joins the service, all the training is done in a crew of 6. So if you train all your guys or your girls in groups of 6, and then you expect them to turn out at 4 and perform the duties which they were trained to do as a team of 6, that doesn't work. That can't work.
Okay, why would the government say that, the new numbers are actually in line with the rest of Europe? You're saying 6 is the norm internationally.
I can't understand why the government would say. As a matter of fact, I can't understand quite a lot of the stuff the government are saying at the moment, but particularly I don't understand that. Okay,
the other thing the government have said, and we did get a statement from Alan Kelly, the Environment Minister, at this stage, and he was saying he's referring to this good practice note, and he's saying it shouldn't be interpreted as a unilateral alteration of existing staffing arrangements. He says if issues arise which affect current terms and conditions, this will be subject to negotiation with recognised staff representative bodies. Are you not being a little bit premature in actually voting or balloting for industrial action when the government is saying, look, if there's issues you're not happy with, we'll happily sit down and talk with you?
Well, this good practice note, 2.6, I've read it many times. I'm very familiar with it. That good practice note is effectively a license to cut down the numbers of firefighters that are going to attend fires. And I'm not sure if you had a chance to have a look at it yourself, but effectively it is. And we did try to negotiate a number of things on this, and we didn't have any success.
Okay, what happens next? You're going to ballot for industrial action. In the event of you voting for industrial action, will that happen pretty quickly?
It will happen pretty quickly, yes, but I wouldn't be in a position just to give a date right now.
Okay, what does that mean in terms of firefighting if you're on strike?
Again, it would be premature of me to kind of jump that far. Possibly it might go to that.
Okay, now we'll leave it there. Michael Spillane, Station Officer in Edgeworthstown Fire Station, County Longford. Thanks indeed for joining us on Newstalk Breakfast.
Now, later in the programme, we will be examining the protest that is due to take place from Connolly and Houston State.